What's that three? What's that three?
Backseat rail, it's done.
Alright, go ahead. Everybody's going ahead. Everybody's good.
Yo, we go win with the 3 cap.
Yeah, we gotta go hard.
Gotta win that. Nice.
Good job.
Alright, sorry. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing for the 3. Alright, guys.
Time's almost up.
He's back at C.
One shot. Dito went off.
He's a tank.
Securing A.
And so right there, as you can see there at the very end of this matchup, you have Eon Envy that was able to just find a way. They picked up another 3 caps to be able to maintain. They able to piece stuff back together and played extremely well. And you have Dito, of course.
Collapse even said it on the listen in. He's a tank.
As he goes 18-10. And so we're all tied up in this series here at 4. As we'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll take a quick break here on the Call of Duty Black Ops stream. As we'll coming up next, we got Capture the Flag coming up here on Hanoi in just a moment from Raleigh, North Carolina.
And welcome back, everybody. We are here in Championship Sunday, and it is an exciting day so far. We are seeing that Team Eon Envy and Collapse are very even set right now, almost going the distance. You called it early. We haven't got any predictions out of you so far. Do you got something for us, Mr. Corey Dunn? Oh, he's not talking. He's not talking. Him and our producer had a little bit of a spat. It looks like they're dealing with their lovers' quarrel, so I'll have to take over the show here. Do we have anybody in the audience who would like to join me backstage here that might fit into Corey Dunn's blazer? Well,
I highly doubt that. As what you asked a little quick prediction, I'm going to sit there. I will wait until the house audio is down before I make my prediction here.
Oh, so you don't get mugged on the way out?
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, so we're going to jump right into the action. Here's CTF on Hanoi is going to be the game and the map, and we're going to jump on board with Stainville on Eon Envy.
So far, I mean, one of the things I think that they're gonna that Envy is going to win this Capture the Flag on Hanoi, but the issue is I don't see them coming out on top in this matchup.
All right, so we won't hold you to that, as I have a different take on things. Stainville now engaging on this spotlight, and both CTF and Search and Destroy, we see heavy concentration of action on this one side. Dito already starting off with a nice push here. With control of this flag. He's got help along the way. Stainville 3-0, and this is a very strong start so far.
Stainville had a great cut, and he had his teammate that was with him.
Wow. Pikachu with a 3-piece.
Able to take down 3 nade shot by himself, wrapping back in. He's going to go ahead and defend his own flag. No contest. There was no contest there in that region so far, but Pikachu doing a great job to be able to pick off 3, get the return. 2 of the members who are watching for cuts and giving some cover fire, both of them just got shut down.
Yeah, they failed miserably on that attempt, and I'm sure there's some words being exchanged on that one. Nade shot now into top theater, looking for some respawn route. He picks off 1, 2 quick falls to action as he turns his back in the direction. Nade shot looking up into top light, trying to figure out where he's going to be headed, and calling out for his teammates here, as we're going to see 1 headed towards spotlight and 1 through the center of the trees.
That's a tough shot to be able to hit regardless, but as you can see, he was rotating perfectly with him towards the other side as he head through that B-bomb site. As now we're back over here with still on board with nade shot, and that battle continued as Apathy gets taken down. 2 quick chases after nade shot.
Trying to get that revenge kill as he got taken out from him earlier on in that same position. Bob now headed over into spotlight, looking to try and secure another flag pull, but Too Quick ending that very quickly.
As around 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the first half. As right now we're still on board here with Stainville. Stainville pushing in. They've got 3 members. Let's see if they can go ahead and get this exchange. Great cover fire by them on this go around. He's going to come back up, but both of those who were supposed to be giving Dito some cover fire both get taken out as Bob tries to be able to help out as well. He's able to drop one at least. But Dito doing a great job. He's able to continue to make his move and picks up the first flag cap here for Eon Envy.
He made a chance move trying to run directly through middle. He had a teammate with him to pause up the offenders running through the same direction. And 3 go down on Team Collapse. This is another push as we see one more member. Dito pushing up, already grabbing flag, trying to set up for a relay. And Stainville is going to back up and try and give him support as Too Quick comes up huge on the defend with a nade and denying Dito on that run. I'm
going to go ahead and assume that Too Quick tossed that frag grenade there towards that mid connector, and he luckily got one of the members there for Eon Envy. But in that exchange, he did a great job of taking down the flag carrier. As now we're going to be looking at it again. Still 1-0, minute 30 left to play here in the first half, and Envy setting up. You see Stainville just watching. As there must have been a call out because he's really has a lot of attention on this region over here.
Yeah, Stainville almost getting tagged from back, and Apathy did finish it off. He's going to be running very quickly through the top side of Theater. Nate Shot seeing the top side of Light here, and he's a nice, easy pick. Dito picks off 1 and the return, and Nate Shot's going to be grabbing this flag, trying to make something happen here as he heads back up through top Light. He's got somebody helping him out through the center right now, and that's going to add some more leeway to that run.
He's got some great cover right here as he continues to be able to push up here. It looks like he might have a nice little road, not an easy road because he has 2 teammates that are back over there. He will be able to slide in, and they've got a second flag capture here as he continues to be able to push up there. Nate Shot going to get taken down. Too Quick going to get dropped, and a quick revenge as there's by Bob. 30 seconds left here in the first half. As right now, looks like this one should be able to end 2-0 here in the first half. But right now, they just did a great job. A great exchange. They went straight for it. Great cover fire. Even though Stainville and I believe at one point it was Stainville and Nade Shot both got taken out while Dito was getting the carryover. They kept at it. They kept chipping away, and finally were able to pick up 2 flag caps throughout that whole region.
And it seems like they're pulling flags and trying to make those opportunities, and those opportunities are paying off when the people on their team are getting the correct cutoffs. You know, the chance move right through center on Gallows paid off nicely because he had that teammate jump out through top Theater and secure a couple extra seconds of pause time. And the flag cap was nice there. So we got a 2-0 lead going into the second half. And now they've switched sides. And now they're on the typical the not so easy side, as most people like to say. You know, the top side that they're on beforehand lends it easier to grab flag and get out quicker without being spotted for so long. Now they have to contend on the other side, and Collapse is going to be headed over in the same direction that we seen from Eon Envy earlier on the first half.
I think they did a great job of taking advantage of that first half. Getting 2 flag caps is pretty dominant. It's a great way to go. I would feel a little bit. I'd feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, Apathy now trying to fend off everybody headed towards him on the top light and backside. Even poking out, trying to bait the player into headed his direction while his teammate wraps in behind and forces that player to back up even farther and try to make a quick move there. Stainville gets caught on the run, and his teammates taking care of business on top side light, forcing them to back up even farther and pause it up some more.
Apathy working his way in. He's got a teammate over there in that back house. And now they're going to go ahead and regroup, and they're both trying to be able to dodge some stuns as
they're holding hands on the way up there.
as they're trying to be able to wake their way back, going through the spotlight. And this is the exact same path that we saw. It's a very typical path, but looks like he's going to decide to be able to go through middle instead.
Nice pick up there, but Nade Shot ending it.
He went chasing for the kill, which left his backside open. As now we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here to go. Bob able to take down Too Quick. As right now Apathy is back over in his own spot, and that flag will be returned there by Envy.
Yeah, Bob now headed over towards A after he returned that flag, getting some more action from Apathy as Apathy picked up the read quickly. Pikachu's now swooping around using a very known trick from our friend Proofy. Proofy is usually this typical runner who tries to avoid all middle parts of the map and stick to the outskirts, but now Pikachu has picked up on that as he grabs somebody in the center of the gateway run, and it looks like he's going to be grabbing this flag with no help close to him.
Well, this is what Pikachu's known for, getting those counter pulls and making his move. He is completely content with trying to be able to get his own pull to make something happen, but Stainville's still on the move, and Stainville gets taken down by Too Quick, and both flags are returned, as now the score is still the same, 2-0 from the first half.
Yeah, it was a nice reset on both parts of those flags. Dito now picking up a kill on top light, headed towards there, picking up a second. Too Quick goes down, and the flag is returned yet again. And I think Envious should pause up a little bit, secure their flag a little bit better before moving out through the parts of this map. They don't want to give away that 2-0 lead here, and when you start to push and forget about your flag, you could easily run into a relay and catch yourself off guard.
Minute 50 left to play here. As you can see, Pikachu waiting for a teammate to be able to push up here. Caramel's able to pick up two, taking down top two members here coming in here for Envy. Both Bob and Dito both went down. As right now they're continuing to push up here. That's Too Quick who has the flag, and Pikachu is trying to be able to set it up. They know that they have to make this happen. As Pikachu picks off one, and they're trying to be able to push in there. Pikachu's relying on his teammates to be able to get that something happening. Nade shot is going to be able to get a counter pull as Pikachu, he needs to go ahead and make his move back over to his own spawn. He needs to go ahead and get that flag cap. Don't worry about this right now. Continue to be able to push in.
He's trying to be the one-man army. Dito taking out two members. Pikachu finally laying down to Bob and Dito there. Jeez, taking a quick look at the scoreboard. Dito is now sitting at 17-10 with one cap, 3 defends, showing us that his day is looking great. He's on fire, and he's here to win it.
Dito, so far, if they're able to continue to do what they've been doing, Dito by far is the MVP here for Eon Envy.
Right now, Apathy now trying to get over to the left here, looking to stop any potential runs that may happen, but Team Eon Envious has proven victorious here on this CTF game, and CTF seems to be their strong point. Team Fear's strong point is also CTF. It's a very high clashed game type so far. Collapse, not able to hold off this first side, and they took advantage of having that easier start off, and weren't able to capitalize on their own half on it.
So that's going to make it 5-4 here overall in the series. It's going to push us on to Search and Destroy on firing range. As again, Eon Envy just doing a great job. Just had some great control throughout that game. You had one moment where something, there's a little bit of a mishap. Not necessarily that lack of words. It wasn't a mishap. It was just a great job by Too Quick, taking down those who were trying to give some cover fire. But from that point on, they still stayed at it. Dito was able to get the flag pulls and able to get a couple caps. Nade shot as well. And so now the overall series score is 5-4 here in favor of Eon Envy in this best of 11, first to 6. So if Envy is able to take this one, they'll be able to go on into the finals here against Fear here on Championship Sunday here in Raleigh, North Carolina. As we'll be right back here in just a moment with more Call of Duty Black Ops. Welcome back to the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here for Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc as we're about to get back underway here with the 10th map of this best of 11 series so far. This is a continuation game from previously before in the winners semifinals here with Collapse and Eon Envy. But right now 5-4 lead here in favor of Eon Envy as we'll be heading here into Search and Destroy here on firing range.
And I just want to quickly thank all of the new viewers we are getting throughout the weekend here. A lot of people are engaging us here on Twitter, asking some questions about the competitive rule set, and they're really showing interest in, taking light to our competitive atmosphere, showing that, we are showcasing the best Call of Duty players here in North America, and what better way to get in tune with the action than MLG and the 2011 Pro Circuit here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
As we're about to go ahead and see, we're going to be starting off. As you can see, there's Pikachu and the rest of his crew there for Collapse. But we'll go ahead and start things off here with Eon Envy. Here is right now we're on board with Nate Shot.
Yeah, Nade Shot pushing his way into bottom wood here, trying to avoid the fire headed from top 10. Potential nades are usually thrown through this doorway, trying to catch people off guard. Staying. Look at, they're headed towards B, throwing us off from our usual cookie cutters tactics that we've seen in Search and Destroy.
This is exactly what Eon Envy did last time, though. This is what they did. They had Bob, who was watching their flank side, so that's probably where he's at right now. So this is what they did in their matchup against Fear, as they're wrapping around towards that backfiring range. Dito able to take down Too Quick.
Nice shot.
As now they're continuing to push back around. You can see Nade Shot watching over here towards that C tunnel side. They've got one member pushing up towards mid. Now they've got all three choke points closed down, and they pick up the round there. As now the score is going to be 1-0. Just a great job. They put all their focus there towards that B bomb site and continue to be able to watch their flank. They just did a great job. Great execution.
Yeah, they got a really nice setup. They definitely have this planned out, and it's something that they've obviously had rehearsed. Seeing them, progressively move over there, taking care of all of the back ends, making sure the cutoffs are worried about, and the stunts. They're throwing very nice stunts, trying to pick off people here. And look at this, Pikachu is trying to run around the corner here, using his pistol as his main choice. Maybe getting a little bit gutsy on that maneuver. And Pikachu continuously headed out towards A here. The bomb carrier has backed up a bit, headed into the protection of bottom side of wood. He's got one other teammate with him on that direction. Stainville and Apathy have both been taken out, so we are at a 3-on-3 situation right now. 50 seconds left, and it looks like they're headed towards A. They've got lots of support. Are they going to be able to get this bomb planted? We'll see in the next couple seconds here.
As right now they're still taking their time to be able to work here towards this A-bomb site. 35 seconds left here in the round. Earlier, Bob was back over there inside of that map room, inside of C-Shack. He's going to go and push back around out Pikachu. He spots one. As right now, Nade Shot inside of the trailer. Caramel must have been the one that was supposed to be able to give that cover fire there. He's going to be able to wrap back in there. Bob, as Dito is able to take down Caramel, it's going to be left up to Too Quick down to a 1-versus-1. Too Quick and Dito, as Too Quick gets spotted, doesn't want to get wall banked, and comes back out, and Too Quick shuts down Dito, as Dito almost took him out. Let's take a look here. He's getting sponged all the way through, and he gets out of there.
But where is he going? I'm not sure why he chose to simply cut off the engagement and leave Too Quick alone for that part, as he ran right around the corner. He could have thought he went out the back door, but not able to hold that one out. We are on the offensive yet again. Eon Envy with Bob as the bomb carrier. Too Quick picking up the first kill here. Stainville going down in the front side of wood, and now they're forced to back up. Very strong push here by the defensive. Look at this.
Wow.
Pikachu and Apathy with two great nades. This is Nade Shot 1-on-4. Wow.
They must have been watching, because that's their default setup, and that car is perfectly placed to be able to pick him off each and every round. I had noticed that before. I just didn't think it would be executed as well as it has, as they picked up that round, just completely picking apart that default setup.
Okay, some very perfectly positioned grenades went down there at the start of those rounds, and the entry kills you always talk about are some of the most important, as they secure the way and secure the positions for the movement for the defensive guys to get up there and cut off the offensive routes.
As we go ahead and start things off here with Apathy, as he's going to be the bomb carrier. Pikachu right in front of him currently, as they're still working there towards that A side. There's that car bomb that we noticed that took out one of the members from Envy. And perfectly placed nade. See if he can be able to catch him there. He almost got him. Got him with the stun. And trying to be able to finish him off. Peeks back around. A lot of shrapnel there from that wood. Yeah, but not going to do any damage here to him.
Now Bob picking out Pikachu and Too Quick responding just as quick on that, and Apathy is now forced to move up towards a bomb site here. We got two of his teammates positioned very nicely, controlling the center parts and the back end of this map, and I think he's got a pretty clear, unless this white trailer is got somebody in it, which you're emotional.
Oh, not anymore.
But Caramel takes care of business and cooks that nade to perfection as it lands in the pocket of, I believe that was Stainville. And this is a 3-1 lead. Collapse responding, and this is exactly how you pictured it. Go in the distance. You are a prediction genius, if it will. Can you pick my lottery numbers later tonight?
I'm not good at that, but picking games for Call of Duty Black Ops, I'm starting to figure this out. Starting
to put it in the formula each and every time I ask you the question, as it may seem to be. And, you know, back up, we are seeing kind of a reverse move off of the spawn, back into default. Nade shot now trying to avoid that car this time and make sure that he does not get taken out.
Well, some of the things that, I mean, this is just being extremely nitpicky. If it ever gets to the point where something like that, if you have to give up your spot, which is happening right now, they can't play around that wood that close, go ahead and try to take out the car yourself early enough. Yeah. But that's getting extremely nitpicky.
And a nicely cooked grenade there as it landed just over that wooden barrier. Nade shot not actually grabbing
there it is.
In.
That was that car. That was exactly what I was talking about. It may be nitpicky, but you got to take.
You're feeling pretty proud of yourself right now.
Man.
Dito's left alive with one other teammate. Stainville and himself are up against all four members
the gods
of
are looking
Team
out.
Collapse. And Dito picking up one, even it up, back-to-back kills. Pikachu and Too Quick go down to his hand. Bomb is about to be planted, and this is a very good setup. They're trying to even it out here. 16 seconds left. The last guy is in the map room here, or last two. One of the last two are still alive in the map room. Dito's trying to protect his bomb carrier, and 7 seconds left. He gets the plant off.
Great job here by Dito and Stainville. Dito's going to get taken down there by Caramel. Stainville inside the site. He's going to get dropped. But you got to give it up to what they were able to do there, because Dito picking up 2 huge kills, even giving them an opportunity there after that car bomb coming in from Apathy. And so that's going to be 4-1. And that is going to bring us to our 11th game type in this matchup between these two teams. It's going to be Search and Destroy on Hanoi.
All tied up. You know, you predicted it. It's come into effect. We're seeing it take place before us.
Don't jinx me, though.
And, you know, we're here, you know. And the Collapse and Envy up against each other, winning map for map for map, going back and forth. But now we're seeing another Search and Destroy. Envy can't be feeling too good about this next matchup.
Loser bracket finals here in the Call of Duty Black Ops Major League Gaming here for the Pro Circuit in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc as we're about to see who is going to be facing off against Fear here in just a moment. It comes down to this. Who's going to be able to pick up the first 4 rounds? And we'll find out here in just a moment, just after this break, right here for the Call of Duty Black Ops stream. All right, so welcome back here to the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here on Championship Sunday here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc as we're about to get underway here in the final game type here with Search and Destroy on Hanoi. And this is what it's come down to.
What day is it?
It's, well, again, Championship
Sunday. Just making sure we cover that again and again and again. And this is a matchup. This is a really great matchup. You know, both teams, you know, chipping away at each other. You know, taking map for map for map, going back and forth. And now we've pushed into a second Search and Destroy game. Eon Envy not doing so well in the first Search and Destroy here against Collapse, and you know, Collapse is just taking full advantage of that, and I think they're feeling very good about this matchup and jumping right into the action. Again, we're going to join on board with Too Quick on the offensive side of things and get underway here.
As right now we're back over here with Too Quick, who's going to be the bomb carrier here. As it looks like, again, this is the it is going to be typical here for Collapse. We watched them before. They put a lot of focus here on this B-bomb site, and it is the trend for most of these pro gamers. And Apathy gets connected there by Stainville. As they spot one, they're going to go and chase him down. They're playing extremely aggressive. This is a playing style here by Too Quick. Pikachu helps out as well, so Stainville gets taken down. Now we're back to being even 3-on-3. As you can see, Too Quick pushing up here towards that ticket booth, towards the guard booth, as Nade Shot drops Pikachu. Now going to be down to a 2-on-3 here with Too Quick and Caramel.
Yeah, Too Quick and Caramel both with 0 kills so far in this matchup. Nade Shot with 1, and Dito and Bob are trailing him and trying to take care of this as well. Too Quick now engaging on the ticket booth, taking out Bob in a nice placement, but pushing himself ahead of the game here, or ahead of the placement with this bomb in hand.
As Caramel able to take down Dito, wrapping all the way back around Too Quick, heading over here towards this A-bomb site. I like the move, as he knows that he was forcing them to push back over towards that B side, and right now Too Quick and Caramel doing a great job. They were down to a 2-on-3, now down to a 2-on-1, and Nade Shot gets taken out there by Caramel, as now the score is 1-0 here in favor of Collapse.
Well, Collapse, showing us that Search and Destroy is their game type, and a perfect guess or intuition there of the run from the opposition trying to get that defend, and Caramel picking up the nice kill and slicing, dicing to the win early on start here. Switching back over, we are on board with Eon, Envy, and Stainville is going to lead the charge with his bomb carrier directly behind him and throwing these typical nades headed over to the direction of Spotlight, and Dito almost getting picked there in that typical jump spot that you see, trying to place and spot anybody headed over in that direction.
As right now we're back over here with Bob. He's the bomb carrier here for Envy. And so far, as we look at it, this is their default setup. This time it's a little bit more passive this go around. As you've got one over there towards the light room, watching over towards the movie room. That's where a lot of the action is happening right now, as they continue to start to be able to push up here. And that stun is off the mark, but they'll still continue to push in here. Dito with a nice headshot there into Caramel. Pushing in,
wow,
they're going
nice
in
play.
full sweep. It's going to be left up to Pikachu and Apathy. As the Apathy is going to get taken down. Now it's going to be left up to Pikachu, 1v4. And just a great job getting those entries, picking them off one by one as they were heading here towards that B bomb site. And Pikachu gets picked up there as well. Now we're all tied up at 1. Here in this Search and Destroy on Hanoi.
That would be a really difficult 1v4 setup, securing that close quarter bomb site. He had fire from both A side and the front door. He wasn't getting that bomb.
Switching sides.
As we look at it overall, though, Caramel's done a great job here for Collapse, as he was able to take that bomb, or make that Too Quick, was able to take that bomb all the way back over there towards that A side. It was a smart move. As we take a look here in this offensive round, you can see Pikachu taking a look as his teammate Too Quick had to slide in there. Now that it was an exchange, but Bob able to connect there into Too Quick, as now they're going to have to be able to wrap around and start things off, but they're getting dropped one at a time as Apathy gets taken down there by Stainville. This could be that opening that they're looking for as Pikachu gets taken down. And right there, Envy just picking them off.
Not losing a single kill in that round. Very perfect placement. Dito jumping into top theater, watching the main cutoff route, and as he tried to pick up the bomb, gets taken out.
Just did a great job on Eon Envy. They're just picking off. Collapse one at a time, and right now we'll just see what they can do on the offensive side, as right now it's 2-1 here in favor of Envy.
Nade Shot choosing to go far away from the rest of his team, is securing the left-hand side. Maybe he had a prediction or some sort of call to head over that direction, but placing himself so far away from the rest of his team, he's not going to leave his any ability to pick off that member if he goes down.
As right now Bob wrapping around towards his backside. Already Too Quick has been taken out, as they're trying to open things up here as we're watching here with Bob. He's going to go ahead and start to be able to push in here, get a peek inside. And right now, again, they're just taking their time, able to make their move, just clearing out that B bomb site. And it seems as if they're giving up that whole A side completely, or giving up the whole B bomb site completely. And they're going to rely on a retake. Dito goes down now, though. As we're going to go ahead and see what's going to happen. They're continuing to push in there. Bob spots one. And Stainville, there's going to be an exchange of kills. Too Quick and Apathy going up against Stainville and Nade Shot as Stainville pushing in. He's going to get spotted there by Apathy. 20 seconds left on the bomb timer. Pushing in. Nade Shot under some gunfire. He's going to get taken down there by Pikachu. And this round will be picked up here by Collapse.
Yeah, you know, people are not able to clearly hold out the plant after they've secured the initial on this B side, and leaving these players alive, it's so difficult to hold on to.
It was a great retake,
yes.
And that's what it comes down to it. You had Collapse. They left that B bomb site completely open, and then they came in with a great retake. They only had 3 members, and they were able to retake that B bomb site there against 4 members of Envy, so we're all tied up at 2. And this is what is coming down to it here on Championship Sunday here in the loser finals between Collapse and Eon Envy, as now Bob getting taken down there by Too Quick. And they're still starting to be able to push in. He cooks that grenade, hoping to be able to pick somebody off there inside of that B-bomb site.
Yeah, he looked to try and throw it through that window. It just missed by a few short inches from headed in that direction. But he's got 2 guys directly behind him, both trying to head through A and secure this area. And it doesn't look. Oh, he's sneaking behind there. I didn't even see that. And Too Quick swooped in behind.
Oh no!
Nade Shot coming up big, taking out Too Quick and Caramel, both trying to plant that B-bomb. And Pikachu's left to try and hunt. Nade Shot down. His time is ticking away, and he spots him. Backside yellow, grabs the kill.
What a
Pikachu
shot.
with a beautiful shot, and now he's going to be headed back because he still has to plant the spawn.
Pikachu spots one. He's going to go back out of there. Now they're going to go know exactly where he's at in this 1v2. Going to go straight for the bomb plant. You can see he's watching this choke point now as he knows that he has to cross at some point. Bomb is going to get planted. Reset the round timer to 45 seconds. And see what can happen here in this 1v2 here with Dito. Dito is going to go ahead and start to be able to push up here in the action. He's heading over here towards the guillotine side as we're on board with Pikachu. And Pikachu shuts him down 1 round away to be able to face off against Fear.
Wow, Pikachu just playing, very smart, having 1 defender set away from the bomb site just to make sure that if the initial guy gets taken out, there is still room for him to not die in the same burst of gunfire. And this is a 3-2 lead in favor of Collapse, trying to clutch it out and take themselves to the finals here on Championship Sunday.
As right now we're going to go ahead and see if Envy can open things up. Their default has been working. Let's see if they can go ahead and work something out here. Last round on the offensive side, they were able to easily get the bomb planted in a 3v4 there in that B bomb site, but the retake was strong by Collapse. Let's go ahead and see if something can get opened up here.
Yeah, Bob is headed with his teammates. They're both trying to sneak over in the spotlight area, headed out to the guillotine there. And now Bob's trying to cook that typical nade, headed out for the player that might be headed or tucked in behind the bomb plant. And Caramel taking out Stainville as he tried to head towards the A domination site. And now there is 1 other player inside B. It is a 3-on-4 situation. And Collapse is within 1 round of securing the victory. And 1 more death is making it very difficult. Too Quick picking up the kill. Dito, a last man alive.
Down to Dito, down to a 1v4 as we look at it. We're back over here on board here with Dito. Dito taking down Pikachu. Now down to a 1v2. 10 seconds left here in the round. He's wrapping back in. He's going to have to go straight in. He has to get the kills. Now this game is over. Collapse takes it here over Eon Envy as it comes down to the 11th game type in this series between these two. And Collapse comes out on top over Eon Envy.
And you have to give it up to them. Both teams doing such a phenomenal job on every single one of these matchups. just Collapse that much more efficient on these S&D game types, and that's what gave them the victory.
As you can see right there, let's go ahead and kind of recap shortly of what happened throughout those matchups. The real turning point in my eyes is capture the flag on Havana. And that goes back to the very first game between these two teams in this whole little series that we've had here in the loser finals.
Yeah, it was that one instance where had Envy had won, they would not have been able, or wouldn't had to have gone to a second search game.
Correct, and what it comes down to, they wouldn't even have to go to a second search game in that. But as you look at it, Eon Envy placing third here in Raleigh, North Carolina. That means our finals are going to consist of Fear going up against Collapse here in the Call of Duty Black Ops here for the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. And so far, there's been some great action, but it's come down to this. As we'll be back here in just a moment, here with the finals here for the Call of Duty Black Ops here on Championship Sunday. Hello and welcome to the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here for Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm Corey alongside Holiday Doc as we're about to kick underway the finals here on Championship Sunday. Again here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and history of some sort will be made for Call of Duty Black Ops today. This may be the first time that a team comes from the winners bracket that comes from the winners bracket, or the first time that a team comes from the open bracket, or comes from the open team, and able to dominate as well.
That'd be a crazy event, but they're not so much an open team. All these guys are professional players in their own right. They just had a last-minute roster change. Forced to remake their team, redo some roster changes. Now they've reformed under the team name Collapse, and have proven to so many people here today that they are here to jump back into the limelight and be that next team to potentially hold this very nice MLG trophy. So we're going to get underway very shortly with this matchup. Team Fear versus Collapse.
Let's go ahead and take a little bit closer look at what Collapse has brought forth so far in their matchup against Eon Envy. They just did a great job of being able to control those search and destroys. They were all 4-3 on grid, 4-1 on firing range, 4-2 on Hanoi, and really that's what it comes down to. It for that was the whole map list that we were looking at. And then, if you look even further back, it had to be that capture the flag on Havana. They just did a great job of being able to collectively put things together. As we look at the map list that we have right here, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a tough one, especially with starting off on capture the flag on Summit. Then we'll see an answer back there for search and destroy on Villa, but we'll kind of get further into this one here with a matchup here for Fear and Collapse coming up here in just a moment from Raleigh, North Carolina, as we'll be right back.
Headed over here, and it's the fifth round to pick up on and white trailer, and then something.
He's going to be able to peek out there. He's been able to get a spot. And
Welcome to the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here for Call of Duty Black Ops. It's Championship Sunday, and we're down to the finals here with Fear going up against Collapse. And we're going to be kicking things off on Capture the Flag on Summit. And this is what we've been waiting for.
This is a very quick-paced map. Capture the Flag on Summit. We see Team Fear utilize that shotgun, pushing down through Summit, securing a great victory early on. Are we going to see a repeat of that? I think we're going to see that. The shotgun is just so powerful. Look at it. There it is. That perfect weapon. Fizzerp is so good with that gun, and it's awesome to see him use it.
As the chants have already started here for Fear, and the following at each of these events for Fear is unrivaled. Whenever you go to the amount of interaction, the way that they react and erupt to a team like Fear.
Yeah, and almost getting taken out was Fizzerp there as he tried to push his way through and grabbing the first kill with that gun, taking out Caramel. Apathy picking off Assassin, and look at him beeline for this flag, putting on the pressure early on. They are such an aggressive team, and it's awesome to watch here.
One of the things that I had mentioned to Nate Shot whenever he was going to be when they were facing off against Fear is that the only way that you answer to them is you got to be up front. You got to react to them quickly. And look at this, able to get a flag capture in 45 seconds.
Obviously, what they've put together here for this event is working every step of the way. Fizzerp utilizing that shotgun, the one-hitter quitter, easy access to nice and close range kills, but now they've left their side of the flag open. John coming up big, picking up a Caramel and Apathy, and now it's a race to return that flag. He's so close, too quick, tucked himself into the corner, and now he's going to get, oh, big play, too quick, turns around just in time.
Great cover.
Taking him out. Wow.
They did a great job of being able to control that area, but then in the end, Fizzerp comes up big, returns the flag, and so far, it's still a 1-0 lead. They were able to pick up that first flag capture in just 45 seconds, all due to the fact that Fizzerp was able to push through, utilize that spaz, and just go to work. Like you said, he beelined straight for the flag and went straight for the cap, just like that. And he switched over to the Spectre, though, now.
Yeah, and we saw that typical maneuver earlier on, and now, Twiz has kind of stuck himself on this summit, trying to avoid any push onto their flag. They're all bunched up backside of their base. Assassin and John picked up one, and Pikachu taking out Twiz just at the moment he had started to push down that in direction, and just one of those instances where just as you're about to move, it seems like it always happens, it never fails, you always get taken out.
As right there, John exchange, able to take down too quick. Pikachu back into Twiz. John's been able to get a flag pull so far. Pikachu does what he does best and gets a counter pull.
Grabbing that counter pull, but Caramel somehow landing a nade right there. Assassin now jumping up towards top glass, and that flag is on its way back through the mid-cut towards A, engaging his Apathy and taking out Assassin. This is going to be all tied up. Twiz now jumping over the railing, getting taken out on the side of the rails, and John is first man up off the respawns, trying to get a place.
Did a great job of being able to get that frag grenade and able to pick off John, the flag carrier, and Pikachu, of course, getting that counter pull, but then Apathy doing a great job playing aggressive and going straight at the opposition and making sure that Pikachu will be able to pick up that flag cap. And now Caramel has a pull of his own heading towards Summit side. You can see John chasing him down, trying to figure out where he's at. It seems as if he backpedaled a little bit, and he might fall back into the hands of Fear, and that's going to be the case here. He fell all the way back to their spawn. They're going to return it, as he was going to run into a wall regardless.
Yeah, he didn't have the placement from his teammates to make that run successful, and he didn't want to give up an easy kill on the way home, so he simply waited it out, tried to bait the players into getting a couple kills and slowing down the respawn rates, but they both go 1 for 1 there. It's a 1-on-1 right now as respawns just start to pop. Assassin making his way over to rails, grabbing an easy kill off Pikachu as he's throwing an overhead, a stun towards the flag, and now all the members are now progressing throughout the center of the map. We're going to see a clash head towards the gold side.
As right now, you got a minute left to play, all tied up at 1. Twiz able to pick up two. Too Quick and Apathy both go down, but Pikachu is able to answer back finally As now we're back over here with Assassin. Assassin over here in the top control, waiting to be able to pick off somebody right there, able to drop too quick, still working over here towards this catwalk side. As he spots another one, jumping is Apathy. You know, it's all about whenever you're hot, but right now we've got a clash as between these two because both of them are hitting their shots extremely well.
Yeah, you're dead on with that. Twiz now forcing the play, throwing out the handgun, and Caramel comes up on top, leaving the side open. Pikachu swooping in from the right-hand side, grabbing this flag. John's last man alive, trying to deny this attempt. Beautiful time stun, grab it almost for a two-piece, and it looks like he's not able to hold on to it. That's going to be Caramel is going to try and take off with this flag.
It's not going to happen because it's going to be all tied up at one as we head here into the second half. He's making his way, but he has to, unless he has some amazing shoes, I don't think he's going to make it there.
Got on the runners, not this time, as he is rocking the silent footsteps. And we're going to move on to the second half. It's all tied up 1-1. We've seen some amazing plays, you know, big plays coming out of players, holding on to those clutch moments. And we're going to switch over and watch Collapse as they take the top side spawn, looking to pull into the lead here on this second half. And right away, Apathy now pushing through gold, grabbing out a kill, or almost grabbing out a kill. Fizzerp denying it, picking up the Spectre shot, and a second knife as John comes swinging through the doorway.
As right now, you got Too Quick, who's back over in his spawn. And so far, Collapse has done a great job individually and working as a team. Their chemistry is spot on as well. As right now, we're back over here with Too Quick, as he was able to take down Fizzerp, as you can go ahead and see, he's over here towards this top control. His teammate working around towards that rail side, over towards the catwalks. They're starting to be able to flush out and start to make their move. They're doing a great job just flooding through, trying to clear out the way before they make their move. And so far, they've been uncontested. And Assassin from behind able to take out Too Quick. As now they're going to go ahead and get that pull. Apathy pushing up. As he's got a teammate ahead of him, he's going to go ahead and head towards the top control. And this move is doing a great job so far. It looks like he's getting shot from the backside. His teammate gets dropped as well. That was Pikachu. And now we're back at a even kill here, still tied at 1.
All left to Twiz. He answers the call, traces down that flag, and throws the stun to eventually slow him down enough to get the kill, and then polishing up another one up top glass. And it looks like it's just everybody is getting to the halfway point with this flag, but not able to secure so far. Apathy trying to make something happen in the center of this map, grabbing off a couple markers, taking out Twiz from the side on Summit, and now challenging the gold doorway as they head in a direction towards this flag on the right-hand side.
3 minutes left to play here, as right now they've done Collapse has been able to get a few pulls so far, actually a lot of pulls. They've had so far 4, not including the flag cap that they've had, and only 1 real pull coming in here other than the flag cap there for Fear, as Fizzerp has decided to switch it up and go with the Spaz, and Apathy has the flag. Pikachu taking down Fizzerp. And wow, this is starting to look a little bit interesting as Fear is back on their heels. They usually dominate capture the flag.
They don't get into this position because they usually offer a much more aggressive style of play, forcing the other team to worry about their respawn routes, but this is not the case. Collapse is offering out to be the perfect counter to Team Fear's play, holding them only on their backside, and now, you know, grabbing so many flags and, you know, being that team that's just going for the last-ditch effort to create their own play style and not working on those setups.
As right now we've got Too Quick. You got to think about it. This is the difference between these two teams right now is the number of games that they've played. You had Collapse, who had to go through the open side, then go into pool play, and then come into this. They've played numerous games, as Fear has only played collectively about 5 different series so far to come into this one.
Yeah, wow, and, you know, Too Quick, wrapped around the corner, and 4 go down just in time, and the flag gets pulled. Beautiful timing. I'm not sure how that went down so perfectly, but now Pikachu's got to put on the shoes and run down Summit directly into the fire of Twiz, and I think this is going to be a flag cap.
That's exactly what's going to happen here, unless Apathy. Oh, wow! As Fizzer comes back, to the action, and he's going to get taken down. Why?
What was he doing? Backing up into top glass. He had the cover. He had the time. Why didn't he dip into the side, head towards Steam? Oh my God.
Wow.
That was such a perfect play that I just don't know what went wrong. We didn't have the view from his angle,
Right,
so
exactly.
something could have happened that forced him to back up, but still, there's one more chance to grab this flag, and it looks like Team Collapse is breaking into the spawn. One Twiz takes out one, John with another, and that flag's returned, and it doesn't look like anything's going to happen here as we're going to be pushed into overtime.
He's making his last effort as he got 15 seconds to be able to push all the way here through the South Rail side. He's been uncontested. He's got to go all the way through. He's making his effort, chasing. He's going to go ahead. That slowed him down enough. He's still pushing in. He's going to get taken down. Pushing in, still making his move. Almost gets there to that flag point, and that will push us into an overtime here with Capture the Flag here on Summit.
That was so close. I truly want to know what happened on that flag run that went into the back. You know, we saw him back up into the top side of glass, and we just didn't get the angle to see what went on in front of him. But we did see him fall right, so close to that flag. It could have been so different had he had run straight through the mid there.
There's no telling exactly what happened in that scenario. There may have been a call out. He may have seen something, but from our perspective, we know for a fact that each one of those members there for Collapse was out of range.
From our aspect, it definitely looked to be that way. Everybody was forced onto the respawn. They grabbed the flag, 4 men down. They ran back, and it just didn't happen. And now we're forced into the overtime scenario. And, playing overtime with Team Fear, it's got to be a little bit scary, but things have changed here in this last CTF.
What's really interesting to look at is the fact that Fear got their first flag capture in 45 seconds. Fizzerp went straight up through the middle and was able to get that flag pull and cap in 45 seconds. And then Collapse held them to that for the next roughly 9 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, he just ran straight through the middle part of B with the shotgun, landed out 2 kills, beeline for the flag, and was pretty much uncontested on the way back and just grabbed it and turned around.
As that's going to bring us here into an overtime here with Capture the Flag here on Summit, all tied up at 1. As we'll see, we're here in the finals here for the 2011 Major League Gaming Call of Duty Black Ops. This is what it comes down to it right here. Let's go and hop into the action and see how this one pans out.
So we're going to jump on board the first round of this overtime CTF. We're going to take from the vantage point of Team Fear, and Twiz is headed down towards Summit, and he's looking for an early pre-nade here to help him on his route towards this early cap. Too Quick pulling out the first kill. Twiz responding. Too Quick with another kill on Assassin, so that is 2 members down, and Twiz is forced to back up and play defensively as he doesn't want that flag to escape, and Too Quick 3 kills so far, 3-0 on this first part of overtime.
And he finally gets shut down there by Assassin. As now you can see here, we've got Twiz just holding back, and we've watched him play defensive on several game types. As right now he struggles, but he will be able to take down Pikachu, and Apathy answers back. Just been back and forth between all of those. Fizzerb switches back to that Spaz. As you can see, this is what he was the one that initiated that first flag cap. Let's see if he can be able to pull something off right here.
Yeah, he's starting to make his way through the Steam side into Generator Room. He spots somebody not taking the shot, choosing to grab this flag and try to dip out without the opposition knowing what's going on. He's got help on gold. That cut's going to be covered. He's headed down towards rail, and this could be a dangerous position for the opposition to be in. 3 members go down from Collapse. This is going to be a very close flag cap, and he gets denied, and it is a relay. 3:35 for the first flag.
That was a great follow there by one of the members there from Fear coming back in and be able to pick that one up. Apathy trying to slow things down, almost was able to pick him off and be able to finish off that round or try to keep the round going. But in the end, you've got 3:35. That's a minute 25. The amount of time that it took for them to be able to get that flag capture is now Collapse. Has to find a way to be able to answer back.
Yeah, they have to to beat that time, or Team Fear could just grab another flag and end this out if they can push to that again. But look how Fizzerp just manages to run right through with that shotgun.
Would you say that it's due to the fact of the spawn side that they have? Because that's what we saw last time, because they had the exact same spawn, and Fizzerp had a great run.
True.
That's the only aspect that I've seen that's different there.
But look at how smart his decisions were. He moved through. He had a chance to shoot at the opposition teammate, chose to let him pass and simply call him out to his teammates who were already positioned in topside gold and both in bottom side, or sorry, topside glass and bottom side gold. So he played it super smart. He got taken out only in the last minute for the relay, and ultimately it was just a super play on his half.
So let's see how this one kind of winds down here in the capture flag here on Summit, as we're here in overtime here for the second half. Minute 25 was with the time frame that Fear was able to get that cap. So you're looking at 3:35 in the bottom side of your screen. Let's go ahead and hop into the action here and see what's going to happen here for Collapse.
And we're going to jump on board behind the sticks. Apathy is going to lead the way with his teammate to his side. Too quick. Such a powerful player in his own rights. You know, pros were telling me to make sure that I watched him. And look at this. Fizzerp coming out of the gates, grabbing the early nade kill. Too quick. Pikachu responding through the center parts of the map. And Pikachu's looking to choose that same route, almost the same route as Fizzerp in the round before.
As Too Quick was still on the move, he's going to get taken down, though, as now they've got to be able to figure out a way to be able to pick this one up in 55 seconds. Right now is Apathy pushing around over here towards the gym room and see if he can be able to get something started here. Creeping his way in and making sure the area is clear. He's almost spots one, almost takes him down. Chasing now, and he ends up getting taken down.
Slice and dice and responding again, back to back. John's taking him out. Pikachu forced to run through the mid and challenge that. And Pikachu is up here with one other teammate. This could potentially be a grab, but Assassin and one other denying that attempt, trying to fend them off. Apathy taking out Assassin from center map, and Pikachu with the hands. Wow, John just denied that all by himself. A beautiful play, and we are about to call that a game as Team Fear successfully handed that win to themselves by just excellent placement on the defensive side.
Yeah, John did a great job playing some amazing defense, and so that'll bring us into our next matchup coming up here in just a moment. Search and Destroy here on Villa, as right now Fear leads this series 1-0. It's Championship Sunday here in Raleigh, North Carolina for the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. Here for Call of Duty Black Ops. Right now, Fear leads this so far here in the finals 1-0 after picking up the overtime. And really, you know, John did a great job on defense. They're holding back in his own spawn. And you got to also give it back up to Fizzerp, who was able to get that flag cap quickly as well. So that's going to bring us to Search and Destroy on Villa. And I've got a lot of confidence in what Collapse can do for Search and Destroy. It's just a matter of Fear. You know, they've also got a great Search and Destroy as well.
You can't leave Assassin alive on the board in any
sir.
situation, 1v4, 1v3, because we've seen it before. He will come out on top in those clutch moments and continuously put the pressure on your own team no matter how you feel about that certain round.
We haven't seen it just once before. We've seen it several times before.
You just saw that MLG highlight reel in dedication to what Assassin's done in past events, and it just shows so much on how powerful and how dedicated this Team Fear is.
As we can, again, we're just waiting for Collapse to be able to regroup here. As you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, you notice that Collapse is not there as of right now. They're regrouping. They've been up there on the main stage for quite some time now. They had 6 previous games there against Eon Envy that they had to go through. They've been playing all day long. They had to go straight from playing against Force, then they had to play against Eon Optic Gaming. They're on the featured stage. Then they had to face off against Eon Envy. They're on the main stage, and then here we are right now. So they've been playing quite a bit now.
but we've seen that road being taken before.
And that's probably the road preferred as of what the history shows.
Yeah, the history shows that the loser bracket winner comes out on top of these events and manages to take the victory. Though it may be a hard road to take, it does seem to work out for most teams.
It's going to be a close one as we look at it. Again, we're going to be on Search and Destroy on Villa, and we'll see some different types of playing styles and see if they stay consistent with what they've been able to do. Let's go ahead and take another look at Search and Destroy Villa.
Nova 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the first Nova, and is changing the way first-person shooters are played on mobile devices. The game is fantastic, it looks great, runs smooth, and holds a great amount of replay value. The controls are sweet. I got my index on the triggers while my thumbs are on the analogs. There are more than a dozen weapons, including the usuals like the pistol, rockets, machine gun, frag grenades, and more. My favorite weapon is the shotgun, mostly because it's unbelievably strong. I was kind of disappointed with the rockets though. I thought they were a little too weak. If I shoot 4 rockets, you should die. The campaign mode provides about 3 to 4 hours of actual gameplay with constant objectives throughout. The game isn't all about fighting swarms of different enemies and includes different style objectives that force you to use different weapons throughout the game. Once you're done with the campaign, you're just getting started with Nova 2. Multiplayer is awesome. You have to unlock different abilities, and that only happens through gaining experience points. The more you play, the higher level you will become. You can choose from 5 different game modes and play on 10 different maps. Capture the Flag, Team Slayer, and Free For All are all here, so there's plenty of familiarity with those Halo heads. Overall, Nova 2 is extremely strong for the mobile device. There's great depth in every aspect, and if we see more games like this, mobile gaming is going to have a very bright future.
All right, so right now it's 1-0 in favor of Fear here over Collapse here in the finals here for the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here on Championship Sunday here in Raleigh, North Carolina. As right now, you know, what we've seen in the past so far that Collapse has had some extremely strong search and destroy games.
Yeah, I'll totally agree to that one. You know, they just place themselves so well. They read the opposition the same way, and it's going to be a tough matchup. But we've also talked about, you know, Collapse, you know, taking the sweeps on these search and destroys and them being close. I'd like to see a very close search and destroy game, just because it's going to lead to some more exciting future matchups here or match types. So I'd like to push this one the full distance, just to make it much more entertaining for everybody here and for all the viewers on Search and or for the stream here.
Take a look at Search and Destroy on Villa. A lot of times you see a lot of players hit the A-bomb site, and we're starting to see a little bit more action happen over towards the B side. But be on the lookout for a lot of grenades coming in as we'll go ahead and hop in the action. We'll be starting off here on the offensive side here with Fear.
So jumping on board, Twiz has picked up the bomb, and he's going to be headed with 2 other teammates towards the right-hand side. He's got the cover, but now he's headed up, first man down in the direction of this B site. And look at that quick run to the B cut. He's going to have some help with him, and first man goes down. Too Quick is labeled to be the first guy down. Twiz picking up that kill, and now they've planted the bomb, and they're set up nicely.
As right now, Pikachu able to take down one. It's going to be down to a 2-on-2. As right now, Fizzerb comes back around. He's able to take down one. And we look at it, Pikachu narrowing it down to a 1 versus 1. And pushing in Pikachu. Great awareness. Able to take down Assassin. He's going to be able to pick up the round. As doing a great job here for Collapse. They'll pick up this first one, 1-0.
Wow, that was a clutch play. The jump shot saved the day. You know, peeking around the corner, spotting him just barely on the box, jumping up in the air, finishing off the kill, and making this great first round.
Bomb acquired.
As you can look at it, Pikachu sitting at 3-0. He picked up those last 3 kills in the round as we go ahead and hop on board here with Caramel, who's pushing up here towards the A side. And Pikachu gets headshotted there by Twiz. And Apathy answers back quickly, able to take down John. Now going to be down to a 3-on-3. As you can see, Caramel just waiting it out here. He's waiting for something to be able to happen.
Yeah, they're just trying to feel out this A side of things. There's lots to worry about still. They haven't checked the backside towards the stairs. They've left the back end swoop completely open, and Fizzerb taken out too quick. It's going to lead it up to a 3-on-2 situation now. Bomb in hand on Caramel, and he's forced to run away as a Semtex was cooked with his name on it. And right there, exchanging kill for kill. It is a 1-on-1 situation up against Assassin versus Caramel.
Assassin last time in the 1 versus 1 against Pikachu. He ended up coming up short. Here he goes. He's going to go to get that bomb planted here inside of that A bomb site, wrapping around over there towards the top villa. As now it looks like he was able to get a clean getaway. As this is Assassin pushing in. He's already inside of the A bomb site right now. And this is just playing a game of cat and mouse, see if he can be able to figure out where he's at. Last time we saw Pikachu, his feet propped up on the ledge, and that's what happened. Assassin pushing out and comes out. He had the perfect position to be able to take down Assassin, but he spent so much time trying to wiggle his way into a spot that he got dropped there by Assassin. But a great awareness by Assassin clearing out that Villa house, and we're all tied up at 1.
You know, Team Fear and Assassin going 1 for 1 on the clutch plays and on the round count right now. Switching back over, we are behind on Twiz, and he's got 2 more team members as they're both headed over to the right-hand side yet again, and they're looking for this B bomb site action.
Just a little bit slower this go around as John takes out too quick. And Twiz hoping for something to be able to happen here, pushing up here towards this, again, this B bomb site. They've got 2 over there towards that main road.
And that nade just sounded like it barely missed the feet of Twiz, but now he's going for the bomb plant. Nobody's watched Garage. Finally, they've got a teammate headed and watching that direction. B-cut's been taken. Assassin is watching the front, and Apache takes out John from bottom bar. Twiz is going to be left to watch this front side and hope nobody sneaks in, and he's just got a peek of him from top side bar.
3-on-2 as Apathy and Caramel. They've got 25 seconds to be able to pull stuff down here as Apathy gets taken down as well as Caramel. So down score's going to be 2-1 here in favor of Fear here over Collapse as we take another look at what happened here between Fizzerp and Caramel.
Just having to land the single shot to the chest. Fizzerp pulls out the nice and easy kill, and we are moving into round number 4.
As right now, you know, you look at it, we'll see what they can be able to do here on the offensive side here for Collapse. They pay attention, a lot of attention here towards the A-bomb site. Last time they struggled to be able to get something started here. Too quick goes straight in. A lot of frag grenades coming in on all sides. As John takes down Caramel last time, this is what it comes down to. It's hard to be able to hold this retake here on this A side. Assassin able to take down Pikachu. Apathy all by himself down to a 1-on-2 as he narrows things down here. He's able to take out Assassin. He's looking for picking up the ace here as Apathy holds inside of Villa. Taking a look, he's working back and forth. He spots one. He needs to take his time. He's able to take down Assassin. Now going to be down to a 1-on-1 against Fizzerb. Apathy comes up big, picks up the ace, shuts down Fear all by himself. It's hard to watch that A bomb site and worry about a retake, but Apathy defends it on his own. The LMS to be able to pick that one up, ties it back up at 2.
He managed to pull that one off against all odds, against one of the best teams to nail out clutches in previous events. What a play. Just his placement overall, moving and navigating the map throughout that bomb plant was beautiful.
As right now we're back over here with Twiz, taking a look as, this is their setup, except for the fact that they had John push over there towards the A side. He got taken out there by Too Quick. As now we got 1:05 left to play here as Assassin answers back with a nice little frag grenade as well.
That was, I'm still stuck on that play, and I'm sure everybody else is just wondering, what does it take to get to that point where you can single-handedly take a bomb planet and defend it against 4 of the best players in the world? Pikachu now taking out Twiz, and they're trying to pull out the victor here. Assassin now moving his way through the center cut, exchanging stuns with another member in the center of the map, and just getting a bit of a peek. 30 seconds coming down to the wire here, and time is running out.
Bomb is down. He's down to a 1 versus 3. As Assassin sees that bomb over there next to the B-bomb site and still wrapping up. He knew that one member was there for the over towards the A side. And right here he's going to get caught in the back there by Pikachu. A lot of movement, a lot of open area that he has to worry about, and he's just going to get taken out there. And just unfortunate events there. But now the score is going to be 3-2. Overall here, as I believe it may even be further than that. That is 3-2 here in favor of Collapse here over Fear, as right now Fear leads this series 1-0, and Collapse is trying to even it back up at 1.
So Caramel's now grabbed the bomb, and they've headed back over onto this offensive side, and some exchanging being made, and Assassin picks up the early kill on the right-hand side through the gateway, forcing one member to back up, but Caramel is charging the way, and a nade bounced off and just narrowly escaped. Too Quick nailing out Assassin. This is going to be a hard road to get towards this B, as all members are set up in a very defensive route trying to defend this plant.
As Caramel thinks that he spots one there through the railing, and right now again it's down to a 3-on-3. Too Quick is going to get taken down there by John. A little battle that was going on through that mid-cut, as now Caramel trying to regroup with his teammate Apathy right here. 35 seconds left here on the round timer. Apathy taking down Twiz. He's sitting at 9-3 right now, as let's go ahead and see if he can be able to battle up here against Fizzerp and John, as he's wrapping here towards this B bomb site. His teammates already inside the site. He's moving in now. And a lot of frag grenades are utilized early here by Fear. Let's see if they have anything left in their equipment base, as right now Caramel will be able to get that bomb down, able to move away. He was on the chase. One of the members there, whether it was Fizzerp or John, as John takes down Apathy. Caramel pushing up now, waiting for somebody to be able to get that going for the defuse. He's going to probably try to draw him in. As he pushes in, that was exactly what happened there. John went for the fake defuse, drew him in, and be able to pick up the round. Now the score is going to be all tied up at 3, and pushes us into yet again another overtime.
Is that my first prediction that's ever gone right this event?
Maybe.
Meh. We won't be so quick to call that one, and this is so close. Both teams evening things out on the defensive side of things, and now we're pushed into the final overtime map here on Search and Destroy Villa. One of my favorite Search and Destroy map types, as it's so dynamic. There's lots of different opportunities and placements for these bomb plants to go down, and the retakes are so vital to the success of this map and game type.
As right now we're back over here with Twiz. We're watching on the defensive side here for just a moment. Take a look here, as you can see them trying to be able to defend over there towards that A side. As you can see, he got a stun there. They're still working together. As let's go ahead and see if Twiz can be able to pull this one off. He knows that one's over here towards this A side. Almost connects, as he was able to get some markers out of the area. But let's see if he is still in this region. He's got a teammate that's going to go ahead and try to be able to regroup. He's down to a 2v3 as he peeks out on the bomb carrier. Bomb's going to get planted, as now it's going to be left up to Assassin 1-on-2 as Pikachu's over there towards the top villa, and he's just behind Assassin right now.
Assassin's trying to feel out these points, the main points that mostly used for backing up and waiting for the defender, and engaging on the first
What
one,
a
taking
shot.
out Caramel with the jump shot, and now he's left here trying to bait the player coming out here, and it is a one-on-one. Pikachu is trying to hold it out here. Time's going away. He's baiting him with the bomb pickup time and time again, and he goes down,
wow.
picking up the win. Assassin proving
Comes
again.
up
He's
big,
so clutch.
shuts them down, and Assassin doing such a great job coming in here. He wraps back around, tries to draw in the member right there, Pikachu, at the very end. They're up on top villa. They're on the balcony. Falls back, goes in with another fake defuse, pulls him in, and this go around, he was able to take him out and pick up the round, and so that means Fear has a 2-0 lead here over Collapse.
Amazing, amazing last round there. Assassin is so smart. You know, the first bait didn't work. Let's try it again, and it worked perfectly. Pikachu left himself vulnerable and open as he tried to throw the cook nade to land on the bomb defuse, but didn't expect Assassin to wrap around the corner and grab that kill. We're just adding to his second highlight reel as it seems right now.
That's such a great job. That is his second opportunity to be able to pull off a 1v1 or 1v situation. Again, a 1 versus 1. That was his second go around for that.
Yeah.
He was actually 2 for 3 out of his series for 1v1s, and it proves evident that he was able to come up big there whenever it counts. And so this is what it comes down to it. Domination firing range here with Fear and Collapse. Can Collapse keep this one alive? We'll find out next here in the winners finals, or here in the finals here for Championship Sunday for Call of Duty Black Ops, as we'll be right back. It's come down to this. Fear has been in this exact same situation before. They had leverage up against the ropes there in Anaheim, but this time can they close it out here against Collapse here on Domination Firing Range? The way that they're playing right now, it seems as if they can definitely do some work here. So let's go ahead and see if Fear can be able to pull this one off as we take another look here at what Domination Firing Range is all about.
Domination Firing Range has proven to be a very, very exciting gameplay so far. Both teams have to race and try to hold on to that B flag as long as possible, as it's the center of this map and the core key to success on this map. Let's jump right into the action and jump on board with Team Fear right away.
As you can see, we're going to be, like you said, we're going to be right here with Twiz. Twiz has had some great rounds. These are the top 8 players here in Raleigh, North Carolina. They have all proven themselves, and right there with the precision nade, thereby Pikachu able to pick up that one. That was a nice little shot there, able to take him out.
Yeah, they finally picked up their home flag, as well as Collapse has chosen to run right for that C flag, and now it's just kind of a push and a feel-out moment to try and see who's going for B first, and it looks like Fizzerp's going to just narrowly escape that grenade. They've got one member on B, so this could be an early B cap, as Fizzerp takes care of business on backside of C, and it looks like they're trying to take that home flag away right now.
As this right now, if they get set up, we know how Fear plays this map. We know exactly what they get themselves into. And Fizzerp, his place to be is top 10.
Yeah, he's going to place himself up here and consistently reload his grenades from kills and enemy equipment slots dropped onto the ground, and he's going to continuously throw them regardless if the flag is being capped or not, and try to take out that John with 2. Pikachu and Apathy responding, and Assassin coming up big. He's got help on this B flag. This could be the first time we see the cap go down.
And so now the A and B domination side belong here to Fear, and they're going to go ahead and do a great job so far pushing back in here. Here is Assassin. Assassin trying to be able to connect there. He's unable to pull it off. As right now, again, the C and B, as I stand corrected, belong here to Fear.
Wow, they're starting to lose C. Fizzerp headed his way over there, defending it once, but then dropping down is one other member. Assassin now pausing himself on backside, looking to get B. B's getting touched just barely, a tease moment. Too quick, Pikachu with 1. Assassin defending the B flag. He's got help, but they've started to spawn on both sides. Now they're on the backside. This is a dangerous spot to be in. They're about to lose B. C's getting contested. John's last man alive, but Fizzerb coming up big, defending along with Twiz. Perfect execution on the respawn routes here.
$10,000 is on the line here for Fear as they continue to be able to put a lot of pressure here on Collapse. They lead this series 2-0 in this best of 5, and right now they're doing such a great job. They're leading this one 44-27, 4 minutes left to play, and this is probably the first time that I've seen that B domination site go to the other side. So let's go ahead and listen in here to Fear.
Beat him. He's laying down. He's watching the front door right there, Assassin. He's like laying in front of the half wall.
One in trailer,
Yeah,
front trailer.
still there.
Front
Still
trailer,
out-
front
still out
trailer,
the
back
half wall.
trailer.
Still at the half wall by B.
What? He's going on C, I think.
Dude, what are you
Watch
shooting
it back
at?
trailer.
Chill out, chill out.
Red Shack. Let's pick up
Red
the
Shack,
kill.
I got Red
Nice. Pikachu Caramel 2.
Caramel's outside. He's
I just
outside.
hit it.
Pikachu Caramel 2, please.
He's back trailer.
We can quad cap.
When they top wood.
He's in trailer. Get on that.
Nice.
Nice.
One more.
Trailer
One
dead.
more. Bottom wood. Bottom wood.
That's the last one.
Get on that. Hop
get it,
on
let's
that.
get it,
Hop
let's
on
get
that.
Run.
They spawned down low.
Down low, yep, I already got it done.
He's behind CG. He's done.
One's bottom one, I think.
He's going up jungle, I think. I'm bottom 10 right
He's
now.
inside C bunker going to trailer.
Yo, top
There's
wood,
two.
top wood,
There's
top
two
wood.
LC. Two LC.
Alright, we need
They're
to,
jumping on
we need
it.
to stop going two down. We need this. Bottom two. Bottom
Oh my god, he's 2C, 1B, 2C.
Watch out. Drop the nade. Run.
Charlie.
Yo, you didn't.
We gotta
go in
get
here.
this nade.
On B now. Stun. Pick up the kill. There he is.
We're being dominated.
There might be a
Handle
third. There might be a
position.
third.
No.
Just spawn down low. Top 10.
Hopping on C.
One hop on with you. Watch bottom 10 and
He's
just,
top 10.
Good call.
just drop down.
Yo,
Yeah,
middle.
Stay alive now.
Top
Stay
one
alive
and middle,
now.
top one and
That's what
middle.
you need to do.
Top one in the middle. Oh yeah, let's get a flag.
Let's get some kills first.
I know. That's what I mean. Get kills.
I got top wood.
Yo,
Yo,
I
he
got
just
trailer
naded
door.
me. He just naded me.
Oh man.
Where was that from?
Yeah, he was
there.
just camping in the same spot.
Don't worry about it. They're only
Alright,
about like
look,
20
I know,
by the
it's
time we
not.
get
This is
We
what we need
gotta-
to do. Get some kills first.
I got top trailer.
You got a good spawn, whoever spawned all the way down there.
He's front wood. He's going bottom
Top
wood.
wood. Top
Securing
wood.
Alpha.
I'm watching backwood for you. I'll watch
Top
backwood.
trailer.
I'll
Top.
watch
He's nading
backwood.
A. He's nading A. Save it. You gotta save it.
Alpha.
That's 3 down. Last one's top 10.
Let's get some points back. That's all we need.
He's back in trailer.
middle.
Back trailer right now.
Top 10.
Top
After
10.
he
He
goes
dropped down.
top 10,
He dropped down.
Losing this one.
Behind you, trailer. Behind you, trailer.
Damn, he's back trailer still.
Middle.
If anything, camp A.
Middle, one shot. There's one back trailer.
Time's almost up.
After he goes top 10 over.
Securing C.
So we listened in as Team Fear was unable to come out on top of this first half. Pikachu proving to be so powerful at taking advantage of every time that Team Fear tried to cap a flag and grabbing these kills. Came up with some huge plays, some 3-piece. Look at all of the defense. Pikachu with 3 caps, 6 defense, 17 and 7 overall. Amazing first half of this game. We're going to be moving on to the second part to see if Team Fear can come back.
Apathy wasn't too far behind him as well. He had 18 kills with 5 defends at some point as well. So right there, 125-90 they're in favor of Collapse as they've got a 35-point lead. As you know, we look at it, the way that Collapse or the way that Fear plays these respawn game types is very strong. But right there, Collapse. We mentioned it before. This is a team that can really kind of deter them for what they're used to doing.
Yeah, for sure. They threw them off guard, and one of their key points of success was to keep Fizzer out of that center building, the tin building, and prevent him from throwing those devastating nades on the flag points, and that's thrown their game off completely. They haven't been able to hold points down for much longer than before, and they've been caught on a couple triple caps. They've been caught on respawns and been forced down to the bottom side of firing range for the majority of that matchup.
So let's go ahead and take a look and hop on board here on the matchup here with Collapse and Fear, as we go and starting things off here with Too Quick here from Collapse.
So Too Quick is going to be at the back of the spawn points, but we took a listen in for Team Fear. Let's go ahead and listen into what Collapse is doing and how they're navigating and communicating right now.
A secure.
One kid's half wall.
Behind us, bro.
I need a half wall.
From the middle.
Enemy took B.
They're on A, they're on A.
Nice.
Another one on A, another one by A.
He's going down bottom 10, he's going bottom 10, twice.
Get that kill. Good shit. Two down. Two down, two down, two down. Let's go.
Losing Charlie.
On C.
One on C,
One C.
That's an A, that's both.
Hop on B, hop on B.
Oh, wow, what?
Top on it. Help him.
Oh, I ran off. My fault.
Stay on it. Watch the trailer. Good cap, good cap.
I'm stunned.
Mid. Twiz is on it, he's on it.
I know. He ran back. Jungle's fine. Good shit, Too Quick. Get someone to get control trailer. Jungle. One shot
He's up
top,
he's up top, assassin.
Get in there. That's it. Watch me. On it. Nice, good job. Two down.
Just hold this.
Stay wood and watch back jungle.
I'm watching back shoulder right now for you.
Top 10. One down. Two down.
Top wood.
Watch the A. He's gonna try to hop on A probably.
Losing A.
One more.
More on one shot, he's still on it.
I didn't know. Still wrong.
Oh yeah, he's still on it. Hey, nice one.
Got him.
Trailer.
They stunned me from C. Front to 10.
They're on it.
Top 10 one shot. They're on it. That was one. Pre-nade it. They both. Whoa. They both were.
Two on B. Just stun it.
Let's go away, all three of us.
C Shack.
Securing Alpha.
Camo.
Top, hey.
Top, man. Assassin stop wood.
C-bunk.
C Jeep.
So we all gotta go for one.
Yeah. I'm going there. I'm gonna go ahead.
Good kill.
Good job. Yeah, I'm hopping there.
Securing A.
Back wood. That's got Fizzer. Fizzer's backwood.
Where is he, Caramel?
I got him.
Top 10 still.
Top 10.
We need a flag, guys.
Let's watch top.
You're right.
Yeah, we need a flag. Flag trailer. Two down. Someone watch this bottom 10.
C secure.
Good job. Guys stun, be down. Stunned again.
I got him stunned again. I stun him again. He's to your right.
Assassin's going C.
Bomb wood.
Yeah, make sure, stay alive.
Losing C.
I'm hitting C.
One shot bottom wood.
Middle English, John.
He rushed behind you, bottom 10.
Middle English, John too.
You got him.
Nice, good kill.
In trailer. Back trailer.
We gotta go get fucking A or something,
Get some kills, that's what we gotta do. Got above flags. Put pressure on him.
Inside trailer, one shot. Inside trailer, one shot.
They had me stunning.
There's no one back trailer too. We need to get big.
Securing Bravo.
As right now you've got Fear, who's done a great job. They were able to pick up that 3 cap at one point. They're still trailing from the first half by 35 points, but that lead has been definitely narrowed down to just 5, possibly even 6 right now at this moment. And again, they're just working it out. They've got a lot of time. They've got 2 minutes to be able to pull this off here.
Yeah, Twiz went for the jump to defend A again, but left B wide open. Thankfully, Assassin picked up 1, and it looks like Fizzerp is saving the day again and utilizing these scavenger packs. Caramel swooping in behind him from bottom tin, and left alone is Twiz, and almost getting taken out from the pre-nade. Caramel finishing it up with the gun, and Assassin again and again and again denying these attempts on these flags. If we take a look at the scoreboard real quick, he's doing phenomenal. The whole team right now is all evenly producing, whereas Apathy on the second half seems to be having a lot of trouble comparative to the first half.
As right now we're here with John. John, he's going to get taken down by Too Quick. And again, a lot of grenades, they've just fallen into play. This really has been a complete flow here for Fear, and this could be the way this one ends. This will be the first time that a winner bracket team comes in to be able to become the champions here.
And that being a 3-0 sweep at that. Look at how well they're playing, taking the challenge to come back with, and Fizzerp with a 3-piece, taking everybody out. Possible for it, not able to hold on, so close. Amazing Team Fear. Team Fear, every time that they come to an event, has managed to make leaps and bounds at their gameplay and provide us with, so much more than just a stream. We're educating, showing so many different elements to this game, and this is a team. A dynasty is back and formed. We haven't seen this Team Fear since Call of Duty 4 Nationals, and I know every Team Fear fan out there is cheering them on. They have taken the championship. The trophy is about to be presented here today to Team Fear. Everybody can congratulate this team right now.
And so Fear has found a way to be able to become their first time to become champions here in the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit right here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
And the crowd is cheering them on. Amazing game. 3-0 in the map count. Collapse just not able to do anything to come close to what Team Fear has brought to the table today.
Fear did a great job throughout this tournament, even though whenever you look back into their pool play, John got in a little bit late, and that started off them to a slow start, but ever since then they got hot. They've definitely just flowed all the way through this tournament.
Oh yeah, they've been on fire, and you have to give it up to Fizzerp here, who nailed some amazing flag runs, and then the whole element, Assassin pulling out those clutch search and destroy games. Such an amazing team right now.
And so Fear, again, your 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here in Raleigh, North Carolina, champions here for Call of Duty Black Ops as they take that series against Collapse 3-0. They had a complete sweep, so let's go ahead and let's get out there and give them this trophy here.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
We're going to go down to the main stage and present this trophy to the champions here today. Join us in just a few seconds as we make the way down there.
We'll be right back here in just a moment. All right, so welcome back to the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit here in Raleigh, North Carolina, here for Call of Duty Black Ops. Fear just swept 3-0 against Collapse there in the finals. I have to ask you a couple questions about the matchup. Who would you say was your MVP throughout this whole tournament here, Taylor?
Well, to be honest, man, I think my boy John here was the MVP. Youngest player of Team Fear. He put up a lot of numbers for us throughout the whole event, man. But the whole team did good,
Without a doubt. I mean, John, you had 29 kills at one point. Every single capture the flag that I saw, you were 20+. You had some really great rounds all through and throughout. Let's go ahead. Twiz, you had some great defensive games as well. How'd you hold it down?
Basically, my team just told me to set up back there to take the win home, and that's what I did.
All right, so you mentioned beforehand it was all about confidence, and that's what you came into this matchup. That was the difference between Anaheim and here. Congratulations to you guys. Y'all did a great job throughout the tournament. You held strong, and so Holiday Doc is going to present you your trophy as we now have reigns in a new champions, and it's Team Fear. All right, so you guys, again, Team Fear taking it here in Raleigh, North Carolina, but make sure you're here at Orlando, Florida at October 14th through the 16th here on the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. Until next time, I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc. We'll see you next time. Hello and welcome to the 2011 Call of Duty Black Ops stream here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc as we're about to get things kicked off here and get, want to see some of the best matches that we've seen to date, and let's what's happened so far since Anaheim.
Well, I'm going to reference something you told me at one of the very first times we ever spoke, and Call of Duty is still growing and we're at its infant stage. Now we're working our way through. We're seeing these teams develop over event after event, and they're only getting better. They're learning new things, and those things are being translated to their gameplays, and it's providing us with, tremendous showings of how these teams are really developing, and it's exciting to watch. And we're going to definitely showcase that here today, as well as throughout the weekend. And lots to talk about right now.
Well, we've watched what happened in the past so far with Quantic Leverage. They were able to dominate there in Dallas and then do the same thing in Anaheim. Now, what's the case here? Are they going to be able to do the same thing?
I think so. We spoke to them. I heard from Leverage themselves that they feel like they are better now than they were playing before Anaheim. So if they were that strong at Anaheim, this could be a pretty good.
And so let's go ahead and break down these pools that we have here. There's only one pool that I see out of all of these that really have just kind of, you kind of already know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about Pool A. Right there you see Quantic Leverage. Looking at that pool, who do you see coming out on top? I mean, it's easy, bud.
It really is. Leverage is in a pool with Abnormal, Twisted Method, and OB Pro. Obey Pro. And Leverage... I'm going to be quite honest. I think Leverage is gonna really do easy in this pool, but it always comes down to how they're playing at the time. If they take this way too easily and they get overconfident because it is a little bit of an easier bracket to go through, they're going to run into some trouble, because anytime you take a team for granted or the pool for granted, you end up throwing yourself off if you ever come up against a loss.
But I wouldn't be too worried about that. Having a player like TP and having a player like Proofy, they're always hyped and ready to go.
And Scump.
Oh, and Scump as well.
Scumpy and Aches. It's a whole package. Anytime you try to mention one player from that team,
right,
you're like, well, you wouldn't have this guy doing so well if that guy wasn't there, and you don't have him doing so well if the other player wasn't there. It is such a uniform, combined team.
What was so funny earlier, I was speaking with those from Leverage, and we're talking about who was the MVP from Anaheim.
Yeah.
And Proofy goes, well, I was. Well, then Scump chimes in with, no, well, I was, because I was able to get that 1v1 in the finals. Well, Proofy goes, well, I got a 1v1 as well. And then you got TP going, well, I'm just all around. I'm just a BA. So,
yeah.
But as we look,
TP just goes, I'm better than all y'all. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at those who are defending, are trying to get back into it and try to pick up another championship here in the Major League Gaming Series. That's Eon Optic Gaming. They're there in Pool B.
Yeah, Eon Optic Gaming is going to do very well at this event. I think we're going to see a more determined and a better focused team than we've seen at Anaheim or saw at Anaheim. One thing I do want to talk about is Influence. Influence is in this bracket. They lost their main player, Saints, but then they picked up Solo from Twisted Method. So there's a little bit of roster changes going on, but I think they found a solid replacement. And they're going to be my number one contender to go up against gaming right now, Optic Gaming.
Well, one of the things that I always look at and I always ask is how's Rambo whenever he gets here? Because what we saw in Anaheim, he was actually he was good. He was content. He was healthy. But whenever he got here for this event, he wasn't feeling up to par. It's typically just due to travel anxiety. But just saw him a little bit ago. He's good to go. He had that gator. He had some drinks.
Those electrolytes.
Had some electrolytes and some saltines. He's all good to go now. So looking at that whole Pool B, I see Optic Gaming coming out on that one, but with some confrontation there from Influence, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and even still, we have Icons Blue, and Icons actually split up into 2 teams. So, we've seen them divide, some of their best players and make 2 teams. I'm not sure how well it's going to benefit them for this event on such short notice to, split apart like that. But it'll be interesting to see. There's really good players on the team, but they got to be able to hold it together. And I think team chemistry in Call of Duty means the world.
Oh, without a doubt.
It'll be interesting to see how everything kind of pans out.
So coming up here in just a moment, we'll kind of break down what's going on with Pool C and really one of the ones that I want to talk about, Pool D. So stick around right here on the Call of Duty Black Ops stream as we'll be right back here in just a moment. All right, so welcome back here to the Call of Duty Black Ops stream as we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's happening for Pool C and Pool D. Again, we saw that we were looking at Leverage probably going to take out the Pool A, and then we had Optic Gaming there in Pool B. But as for Pool C, a team that I'm really looking forward to seeing again here in Raleigh is Team Fear.
Yeah, Team Fear surprised everybody by keeping the roster. Everybody expect them to go back to Moho and bring their team captain back to the game, but they felt it was much better to keep the team that dominated so well up until the final day and give them a second shot at winning here in Raleigh.
One of the things, though, too, that we talked about with A4V Young Guns is a player like Felonies. He's just a top-notch competitor. But with the team that he's playing with, do you feel as if he's being held back, or if what is he trying to be able to produce?
So with Felonies, I love the kid.
Right.
He's a great player, as well as that pro personality that he just need a moment to shine. But I think he's established himself already. The team needs to just catch up a little bit, maybe, or it could be chemistry.
I get what you're saying there. So, so out of that right there, Pool C, in my opinion, I'm going to see Fear coming out of that one, the way that they were able to play there in Anaheim. So let's go ahead and take a look at the real pool that I really want to look at is Pool D with Eon Envy as well as Quantic Next Threat. Break down those 2 teams there.
Okay, so Next Threat is a heavy hitter right now with their new pickup. This is going to be a completely different team. They dropped Sin and they picked up Saints. So we're going to see a completely dominating Slayer team that, they were lacking last event. They didn't have that power from all 4 of their players. But I think with that pickup, they're going to do well. But Envy, I'm also looking forward to because they've had more time to establish themselves. Right. They didn't just get thrown together in the last week. They've got 1 event under their belt now, and they've had the last 4 weeks to practice, make sure everything's all together. And I think they're really focused on putting in and trying to win this event.
So out of those 2, Envy or Next Threat?
I think it'll go to a tiebreaker decision, or I think it'll go to
something tight.
Tight, yeah. Because I think what we might see is what we've seen at Columbus, where it came up to the other 2 teams that threw the other teams off or took 1 map away. That could be an issue as well.
So let's kind of take a quick look at what's to come here for today. We got Obey going against Icons Black, Quantic Next Threat going up against Force, Optic Gaming and Influence, Envy, and Next Threat. Again, that's a matchup that we want to really look at. That's what we're talking about. So that's at 9:15 Eastern. And then closing out the night, we're going to have Quantic Leverage going up against Obey Pro. And that'll be another good matchup to look at. Kind of get a real good feel of what Quantic Leverage is being able to produce here for this event. So these are the matchups that we're going to be looking forward to here today. Tomorrow is going to be another great day. But then we've got another great series to come here throughout for all Call of Duty Black Ops here in Raleigh, North Carolina. But coming up next, we'll have a chance to be able to sit down with Proofy, the self-proclaimed MVP there for Anaheim. So we'll stick around here as we'll be right back.
And welcome back. My name is Holiday Doc, and we are here at the 2011 North Carolina Raleigh event, and I'm here with the self-proclaimed MVP. And it was a big toss-up. I did a Twitter to see who you guys wanted to see on the stream here, and look who we got.
Got me, the MVP. No, I'm joking. You know, I love my teammates. I think, you know, we're all capable of earning that MVP spot. We all come up, we play, we make big plays. So in my books, my entire team was the MVP for last
Exactly,
event.
and we just talked about that too. We said your team, each player is so important for the success of the guy next to you.
Exactly.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%.
So
Without
if you
one
take
of them doing something wrong, can mess up the entire team.
We've seen that a couple times in the last event there, where you know, one little thing slipped, and then somebody else moved into that spot, and it just created the formation that you guys needed to win. And everybody's really excited to see if you guys can pull off back-to-back wins.
I think that's what's going to be good about this event. Last event, we didn't have as much chemistry as we do now, and like as you can see, when we play, the rotations will be just that much smoother.
Yeah,
will be pretty hard to beat for this event.
So, speaking on chemistry as well for other teams, you know, we've seen some last-minute teams get thrown together right before Anaheim. Are you a little bit worried about anybody, you know, coming up and maybe challenging you guys for this spot?
In pool play, I really don't see a team coming out and beating us.
Back to the 2011 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc, as we're about to see as a matchup coming up here on the main stage. The first here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going to have Obey going up against Icons Black.
Yeah, we're going to see, you know, one of my favorite game types, CTF, right off the start of this. And CTF is such an action-packed game lately. You know, we're seeing some crazy maneuvers, and those overhead nades and those pre-nades are getting better and better every event. And I had the privilege of playing in a team scrim with some pros last week, and fell privy to that, getting killed every 5 seconds from nades.
Well, I think the issue that you ran into is you weren't accompanied by myself. And
That's true.
You and I probably taking on some of these pros would be a completely different situation.
Who should we challenge? A little 2-on-2 action, maybe here at Raleigh, and maybe at the primary stage.
Possibly.
This is an idea.
I like that idea. I think we might have to make something happen with it possibly tomorrow. But again, the matchup to come here is going to be Obey going against Icons Black. As you mentioned, capture the flag on firing range is going to be the first game type. Search and destroy on Hanoi, followed by that with Domination Summit, and then capture the flag on Havana and search and destroy on firing range. Hello and welcome back to the Call of Duty Black Ops stream. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Holiday Doc, as we're about to have the matchup between Icons Black and Obey, as we're going to kick things off on capture the flag on firing range. And you mentioned by this point we've had several events for these teams to start to adapt and start to figure out these maps, and basically those nade points on a map like firing range, we're going to see a lot of it.
Yeah, for me, nades are the most important thing off the start of this game right now, because you know, they establish that first push, they establish that first run into opposition spawn, and then, you know, start to swap them where you need them to be on the map. But we're going to jump right in and on board with Nex, actually. So we're going to see how his team is going to handle this, and it looks like there's a bit of a delay there at the last second.
Everyone probably got in about 15 seconds too late, and we'll see. We'll go ahead and play as if it's live right off the start. But let's go ahead and see what's going to happen. One of the things that you were mentioning before, or we were talking about, was the nade placement. And there has been a point that I noticed that Felonies from Young Guns actually uses Scavenger to take complete advantage of those grenades.
Yeah, and another thing I just want to bring up quick is I've seen an MP5 on the board, and that is very peculiar, as it's not a very good gun to go up against any sort of FAMAS action with, as it's so sketchy to play with.
As right now we're with Spazin, who's back over inside of the trailer.
Yeah, Spazin now, you know, is forced to back up, and both teams are just kind of head-to-head, going 1-for-1 in the center of the map here. Nobody's grabbing any sort of map control or situation control here, and we're just picking up some lucky kills as they run by.
For those of you who want to know who's on Team Obey, we've got Crump, Next, Spazin, and Fears. And for Icons Black, we've got Killa, Terror, RJ34, and Ego.
Yeah, so definitely nice three-piece there. That's going to be their time to move up and get some points and get some map control, as RJ kind of threw him off from the side there, taking off Next, and that was a really good kill. That allowed him to push into center and try to get them and slow them down. But look at here, Spazin grabbing one and Fears with two. This is a really great push, and this is going to be a first flag run, I believe.
Spazin's got the flag heading over there towards the jungle side. He has a member to get that one cut. He may be able to easily pass on through, as right now it looks like He dove a little early, but he'll finally be able to come all the way back across and be able to pick up that first flag cap with 3 minutes left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, that was really good. You can hear them cheering on. They're happy about that first push. And the first flag cap is kind of crucial. It kind of shows your opposition, hey, we're here. We grabbed that first point. Come get us.
As right there you can see Spazin, who's up on top. Wood has done a great job so far. As Nex has been able to pick up two there with the FAMAS.
Yeah, Spazin now pushed up. There was a flag pull, but not able to get out in time. Fierce grabbing Killer in the back there, and Spazin finally picking off RJ34 as now they push in. They got really good setup right now. Somebody's bottom 10 watching respawn, but they didn't catch the backside as Killer respawned so far back on the jungle. They didn't know that they flop spawns, and that's very dangerous. Can't allow that. Got to have your communication rolling and make sure that that particular thing does not go down.
All right, we switch over here with Icons Black as Terror gets taken down there by Nex. As now we're back over here on board here with Ego. Ego spamming with that AK-74U, trying to stun this one out. He doesn't have any teammates to be able to help him out. That's Nex who has the flag. As Nex is able to take down Killer. As Ego trying to be able to push back around, and this looks like Nex is going to be able to get another flag cap here so far. Score is going to be 2-0. Here in the first half, and Obey doing a great job to kick things off.
Yeah, and this is that Obey that we see every event. They come out the first couple games, and just smash on people, and then it goes downhill from there. Hopefully they fix that in the off-season here. Hopefully they'll be able to hold it together, but as of right now, Icons is kind of getting thrown around the map like a ragdoll.
Well, you've got Nex, who's sitting at 11-5, Crump at 9-5, and Fears at 8-7. Therefore, Obey. As again, now we're back over here with Killa, who's been able to get a flag pull, but stunned, so they know exactly where he's at. He's going to get dropped there by Fears. As still trying to be able to push back in there, Fears able to pick up his second kill. As Ego's going to try at his attempt to be able to come in here and get this flag pull.
So it looks like Breezy is the only original member from Obey on this team now. The rest of the teammates got picked up very last minute. Empire, Episode, and Triz decided, hey, let's join up with Breezy. I think so far this is working very well for him. Look at those numbers on the board, too. If we can get the scoreboard just to pop up quick and let you guys see as well. We got a pretty solid showing from this team right now, and all the scoreboard will tell you that, as only person who's not in the double digits so far is Spazin, and he does have a capture, though, to back him up on that.
As right now the score 3-0 here for the first half. And a quick rundown, we got 11-6 there for Nex, Fears at 12-7, and Crump at 13-7. And for Icons Black, the only member that was actually be able to really produce was Killa, who was at, I believe, 11-6.
So what I kind of saw so far was the fact that we're getting a little too aggressive by the objective player. I think Ego needs to slow it down a little bit and wait for his teammates to push up and get those kills first before he starts just running in there and giving up kills too easily.
Ego pushed right through the middle. He's been able to get a flag pull. He's going to now have to try to be able to hightail it out of there. And with a nice little counter pull there by Nex, who's heading up there towards the back trailer. But Ego, the flag carrier, is going to be able to take him down. As now they're going to have to be able to push back around. This looks like it's going to be a flag cap there for Icons Black. Now the score is going to be 3-1 here on CTF Firing Range.
So we saw that Ego tried to pick up the flag a couple different times on the first round. His teammates weren't in position. And just like I said, when they had position, that was his time to grab flag, and he managed to do it so very nicely. He also had a little bit of a sneak play running through mid there. They didn't expect that.
He keeps trying to go through that front door as you got Spazin now, who's trying to shut things down. But some nice stuns coming in. He's just going to be able to back out of there. He's got his teammate who's under a lot of gunfire there towards that jungle side. That was Fears. He got dropped by Killa, but he's got two to worry about. There goes Killa, as now he's trying to be able to watch that backside, peeking back around. He's worrying about way too much really just need to focus out what's in front of him at hand.
Yeah, the double stun by Nex. He knows he's in there, but Ego with the knife coming in, slicing and dicing, and he's going to be trying to grab this flag again, but not a pull so far. But letting Spaz get up there, it's kind of a mistake in a bit of exchange. And with almost got double pistol kill. Killing just barely picked out the kill on that. Crump coming in, picking up 2, securing the spawn point, and Fears with the 3rd. This is a nice pull right now.
Next, going to go ahead over there towards jungle side. Somebody off the spawn was able to put out a stun, but now he has a lot of cover fire. This is going to be an easy run unless his teammates get taken out. Great stun still coming in, trying to delay the inevitable as he's pushing in, and Ego comes in, chimes in with the frag grenade, taking down Next, and Ego comes in with the pull, able to return the flag, and now he's making his move probably back over there towards that mid side.
Yeah, that was a really great play. They slowed him down long enough, and that nade landed at his feet. It looked like it actually made its way through the doorway, which is a tremendous nade throw.
You mentioned about the precision nades there in the pregame, and that's what's coming to fruition here in this matchup so far. Score still 3-1 here in favor of Obey, as right now Crump, he has the flag. He notices that Killa has the opposing flag. As Crump starting to be able to make his move here towards this, back towards the firing range. We may have a little standoff here for a little bit. As right there, Fear's doing a great job taking down RJ34. As now we're tied up here in the second half, 4-1 overall here between Icons Black and Obey.
Yeah, I love what I see so far. You know, going back and forth, there's no delays, there's not a lot of camping going on, and that's been the main complaint from a lot of pro teams when they place or capture the flag, is that an opposition, whoever it may be, always sets somebody in the back of the map and just likes to play that solid or that static defender, just moving around the back of the spawn, playing the head glitches, and beautiful shot there by Crump back to backs.
Crump trying to be able to push back across, and Terror answers back with his own 2-piece, as now Spazin watching inside of mid. Just a great exchange of kills back and forth between these two teams, as now, again, Fears has the flag. And you can notice right here, we're on board here with Spazin. Next picking up the flag. It looks like they're going to go ahead and pick up another flag cap here.
Yeah.
As
he got knifed at the last moment.
Ego again.
Whoa.
Ego doing a great job. He came in with earlier with a great frag grenade, picking off the flag carrier just in time, and this time he's able to pull out the blade and cut him down to size. As now the score still 4-1 with 45 seconds left to play here in this matchup.
That was too bad. That was, you know, a potential flag cap that got shut down in the last couple seconds. And what I kind of looked and saw what happened there was they moved in, but then they all floated back to defend their main flag runner and left the side spawn completely open. They left C tunnel open, they left B ramp open, they moved in, they hid Ego somewhere in there. I don't know how he could have been hiding so long, but he came in, knifed the flag, got it back, and unfortunately it was a little too late situation.
As this one looks like it's going to go to Obey. But a great little effort there at the end. We saw some really great frag grenades coming in from Icons Black. As right there, the final score there for capture the flag for firing range is going to be 4-2 overall in favor of Obey. And that's going to push us off to search and destroy on Hanoi. As we'll be right back here in just a moment with more Call of Duty Black Ops. Hello and welcome back. We're again Obey leading the series 1-0 here over Icons Black after picking up that game time there for capture the flag on firing range 4-2. As that's going to bring us to search and destroy on Hanoi. We mentioned earlier about the changes that have been made to search and destroy, and this will finally give us a chance to really see if that's the case, see if there's any type of differences coming into this one.
It's going to be hard to call, and early on calls like this always get me into trouble every single time I do it. So I'm not going there. You will not get a prediction out of me this time. But you know, we are moving into Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy I really want to see go down because it's going to show us exactly how the rest of these S&D games are going to go down. I know a lot of teams were not in favor of the rule change, but I know we are a little bit limited in time constraints. They wanted to shorten up our overall matches, so they decided to go with the
domination. Oh, sorry.
There you go. Exactly. I agree.
As again, We're going to see what's going to happen here on Hanoi. I mean, what is the typical strategy overall on Search and Destroy Hanoi?
Everybody, you know, when you're trying to plant that bomb, you're going to want to try and go over and control spotlight as quick as possible. The pre-nades and the pre-fire spots on this side are very difficult. You got to catch them early, otherwise you're going to allow somebody to slip in behind you and potentially wipe out your whole team in a matter of seconds, because, you know, when you are planting the bomb on that top side, you are very wide open and very contained, all too close together.
One of the things that I noticed from the capture flag on firing range, Obey, they were doing a great job. Their sling was doing really good. So we'll
they're
have to
nailing
see.
those shots.
Their accuracy is pinpoint at this moment. Let's see if they can carry that over to Search and Destroy on Hanoi here with Obey and Icons Black.
So what I seen earlier was Obey was playing and scrimming as soon as those doors opened up. I, however, didn't get the chance to see if Icons Black was actually getting in those game times. So that could be an indication of, you know, just they needed a game to warm up.
They spent most of their time playing against Optic Gaming over there in the pro